evening. Welcome to the dinner table with Q and She on this beautiful, wonderful, gorgeous Thursday evening. Q, what's going on?
Some Stella Rose.
Yeah, and tonight, so y'all know every Thursday Q always bring us some wine or something to drink. So tonight he's poured me quite...
Oh, let me take the price tag off the bottle.
Please do. Pour me quite a bit of that. And what is it again?
Stella Rose Pineapple.
Stella Rose Pineapple.
You know, I've been trying to find Earl Stevens Mango Scotto, but they sold out.
Talk about that.
It's sold out. Everywhere I go, it's sold out.
So I heard that, like, everywhere, people saying everything is sold out, like different kind of drinks and liquor. So everybody is indulging in adult beverage. Man,
you know what? That Earl Stevens is flying on. And I've been drinking Earl Stevens for about 3-4 years now, maybe a little bit longer.
Really?
If you don't know what Earl Stevens is E40. That's his government name, and he has a line of spirits.
You
didn't know? You didn't know that?
I didn't know.
Oh, I learned you something.
You learned me something.
Okay.
I know his name wasn't E40, but I didn't know.
I mean, so all this time you didn't know the Earl Stevens, and it's been out for a while.
You know, I don't really drink like that to know the different drinks in it. I see like Snoop Dogg has a drink. I'm starting to see more people with drinks. I don't really know.
And I have that at home, and I still haven't tasted it yet. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Snoop Dogg got California. I think it's California Red. You know, that's crazy because he a Crip, but California Red. I guess money. You're making money. Hey. I guess he ain't worried about all that.
No, he don't care about all of that.
He don't care about that no more, man. He grown. He doing this thing, man. Shout out to Snoop. You know what I'm saying? That's my guy. Been rocking on him for a minute. But yeah, my dude E40. Speaking of E40, Too Short, Ice Cube, and Snoop Dogg had a group. How can I call it? A super group, mega group called Mount Westmore.
Oh, really?
And they got 50 songs done, right?
Wow.
So the first album, the first installment will be in April.
Wow.
Yeah.
Can't wait to hear that.
Yeah. So, I'm a fan of each one of those separately. So a super group, that's going to be crazy.
That sounds nice. I can't wait to hear
Stella Rose. I got to give a shout out to my man Miles, man. You know what I'm saying? He's not in today.
Yes.
Because he's resting. Because, you know what I'm saying, he had to... sometimes your body will shut you down. You know what I'm saying?
That is true.
And when you go so hard and go so tough, man, sometimes I know being Scorpio, and that's my fellow Scorpion, man. His birthday is the day after mine. And
that explains a lot.
Yeah. See, I'm learning you something else. I done learned you 2 things, and we ain't even been on 2 minutes yet. So, yeah, man. So, your body will shut you down. And Miles is one of those people, man, that he'll keep going. And then even though he's at home resting, I know he still want to be working. Mm-hmm. He probably doing something, at home where he can do it in his bed or whatever, take care of some business or whatever, or paperwork or whatnot. But shout out to Miles, man. We want to give our respects and our prayers. Recovery and prayers and speedy recovery, man, to our guy Miles, man.
That's right. Shout out to Miles. So what's going on with you? What's on your plate tonight, Q? What's going on with you? I really don't have any, just good. God is good, man. God is great.
God is, man, I'm telling you.
Come on now, talk about it.
Listen, man, I've been in the zone lately.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I've been having all types of positive spirits walking around me, man. I ain't trying to do nothing to mess it up.
I know that's right.
You understand what I'm saying? So, I'm working. Hustling, I got my floor business, acting, you know what I'm saying? Just hey.
And you smiling, and you just look like you in a great mood.
I'm in a great mood with this Stella Rose. With
you about to be in the spirit.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but yeah, man. So it's what we call Thursday. We call it the weekend eve. You know what I'm saying? So hey, if you're going anywhere out this weekend, make sure you be safe. Make sure you drink responsibly. Make sure you either have a designated driver, or Uber, or Lyft, whatever you're going to do, man. You know what I mean? Because I'm not going to tell you not to drink because I drink. So, I'll be a hypocrite.
That's called a hypocrite. It is. You want to be like, oh, did you see the guy?
So stay thirsty, my friends.
That is the guy. He's well known for giving relationship advice and telling women who they shouldn't date. And then all this trouble happened he stepped out on his wife, and then it's been all on social media, all on, every platform about, what's his name, Derek something.
Oh, he's from it's not from the Houston, Texans?
I don't know where he's from, but a lot of people been letting him have it. Where he's from?
Well, his name
Derek Jackson.
Derek Jackson, that's it, yeah.
Yeah.
So, and, I heard everybody's opinion. People was clowning his wife. And I think that's kind of unfair to the wife. She was in a situation, and people was clowning the way she looked and all this stuff. So we can definitely be harsh on people, even when they're going through a trying time. That's a trying time.
That's social media. Social media is so hard. It's so harsh because you don't have to be you, and you can say something, and people don't know it's you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you ain't gonna say it to his face.
No.
And cheating is bad, man. Don't cheat, period. You know what I'm saying? If you can help it, don't do that, because it'll, oh my God, it'll mess up everything, man. I've seen it, you know what I'm saying? And just be on 100%. You know what I'm saying? If it ain't working out, man, just go ahead and leave. And that way, do it like that. Keep your dignity and your respect.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? But when people going through trying times, man, don't put your foot on their neck. You know what I'm saying? Because that may be the what they call that? The jumped over the kettle's back. I mean, what you call that? What's that saying?
Wait, I can't even
the straw
think
that broke the camel's back.
Why
you know what I'm
you
saying?
get to go over
I don't
the
know.
back?
I just bad. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But like, you don't know what could take that person to like self-destruction.
That's right.
They already going through something, and then you on their neck. That could be that part right there that just take them on out.
That's true.
You know what I mean? So,
and to me, my thing is, if somebody want to work out their situation, who are we to say something or clown them? If they don't, whether they do, that's their marriage, and that's what they have to go through and endure. So praying for that situation, praying for situations like that. So yeah, that was something that was big this weekend. One thing about social media, it be hot for a hot second, then it fizz out. Everybody going about their business. Yeah, not even a week.
Couple
about
days.
3 or 4 days, 3 or 4 or 5 days at the most. Maybe a week if it's something real good and juicy to people. But yeah, so that's one of the things. Aretha. You got to check Genius, Aretha.
I haven't seen that
movie.
yet.
I watched it. It was a really great movie, and they actually. So I always do my research. I watch the movie. Then every time I watch about someone and their story, I always go look back at their music or whatever. What kind of superstar they were. She's a genius. She really was. And the young lady who played her, they were saying that she is getting a lot of backlash because the family did not approve of that movie. They did not approve of it. So the young lady who played Aretha was getting a lot of backlash from it, and but she did a phenomenal job. Her acting skills are amazing. She actually played in Harriet as well, and she is a great actress, phenomenal actress. So shouts out to them in that movie. So yeah,
that's all right.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people talking about it, and it was great. So you got to check that out. You're a movie buff, so you definitely
I got to sit still. I got to sit still, and I got to stay up. You know what I'm saying? Like I watch a movie.
That's my struggle,
man. And I do so much when I lay down, man. This is a wrap. You know what I'm saying? I can get to maybe the credits.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
And this is a series. It's on. It's Gosh, I
hear you, Lionel Lucy.
It's on Hulu now, but it's a series. But I actually had to watch a couple of them 2 or 3 times because I kept falling asleep.
Yeah. That's old age too.
Yeah, it is. Oh my goodness, definitely getting up there in age, and we're maturing in age. So.
Well, I find myself going to sleep earlier than like I used to. You know
really?
What I'm saying? Yeah,
Me
you get
too.
about 8 o'clock, I start batting my eyes. Where I used to, you know what I'm saying, getting in. I used to hang out. But shout out to all the people that used to hang out and go to work at 6 in the morning, and you was at the club at 2.
Yes.
Hanging out at 3, you didn't get to sleep till about 4. Let me tell you something. I used to go so hard with hanging out, man, that I would sleep in the parking lot of the job, of work. I wouldn't even go home. So I got last night on me. You know what I'm saying? Or, you know what I'm saying, I got some, in my locker, I got some clothes and stuff like that, and I wash up, you know what I mean, at work. But, man, that's back in the days when I first started at the plant, man. I was 22, 23 years old. I'm telling you, I used to, man, burn on both ends of the candles. I'm telling you, I would hang out, get to the parking lot about 3 in the morning. I had to be to work at 6. You understand what I'm saying? So if I go home, I'm going to be late. Let me tell you about day shift. Day shift, if you wake up and you see the sun, you late.
Oh yeah, I'd be like
You know
that now. Like, ooh, it's too
that's
bright
call in
outside.
right there. That's call in time right there.
You know what? It's so funny you mentioned that because I was talking about that. And rest in peace to one of my coworkers who was like family, D'Angelo. But we talked about how we used to hang out. Literally get off work, go home, get dressed, go shopping because we got to go, get what we going to wear. And then have to be at work the next day. Leave the club 2 something in the morning and have to be at work, ready to work at 6 in the morning. We did it with no problem. Now I can't even think about doing something like that.
Hey, shout out to these day parties because the earlier it is, the better for me.
The better. That's why I had a day party.
You talking about having a party? You know what I'm saying? If it's from 9 to 2, I ain't coming. It got to be from like 10 to 3. Then I'll be there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, those day parties is the best because you can hang out, you can have a great time, you can dance, you can party, you can go home and go to sleep.
Look, I ain't got time to be talking about it's 11, 12, 1 o'clock. I'll be in there sleepy. And that's crazy because anybody who know me know I used to get it in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I used to get it in, man. So for me to go home and go to bed early, man, that's like that's new.
I look forward to actually going home. I can't wait to get home some days because that's my comfort zone. That's where I
shout out to some peace. You know what I'm saying?
You talk
shout
about
out to peace, man.
Peace. Oh my gosh, peace.
You understand? So listen, we got a great show. You know what I'm saying? Coming into the show a little later, man. We got comedian, funny man. My guy, we did a couple plays together. You know what I'm saying? This guy's funny, man, and
hilarious.
Oh man, you's a crackhead, son. Sir, yeah, he's a crackhead, sir. You's a crackhead. That's he was doing
Judge Mathis, and he's phenomenal at. Look, do you know Judge Mathis? I can't wait to talk to him. But do you know when we get Mike on, Judge Mathis actually put that on his Instagram.
Did he?
Yes.
And you a crackhead, sir.
Yeah,
man, that's my man, comedian Mike Larry.
We're gonna have Mike Larry on in a moment.
So.
Go ahead.
No, because I know you're ready. I know you ready.
No, I know you're ready. That's what I was about to say.
I got some people on here that already done answered the question on the topic. So, listen, this is one of our topics today. Last week we had a good topic. So, if you didn't see the show last week, go on our Facebook page, The Dinner Table with Q and She, and go on to March 18th, and that's the show. And the topic from last week was, is it cheating if you're not married? And we had a great show, man. It was so funny, and then we had our own opinions, and we kept it real. So this week, our topic is: if you seen your friend or family spouse out with another man or woman, would you tell them? Would you tell them? If you seen your friend or family spouse out, let's just get a little bit more juicy, hugged up with another man or woman, would you tell them?
Now, I started last week. We're going to start with you this week.
Man,
what's your opinion?
What? I'm going to tell you from my experience, man. And I saw a friend of mine. I saw his girl out. This was a while ago when Bennigan.
His girl or his wife?
I saw his girl.
Okay.
Now here we go. Married. Here we go from the last week.
I just asked, were they married?
Here we go from last week. Well, it's not. You should have said nothing. I'd answer the whole. Anyway,
I just asked.
Whatever. So the thing about it is, I saw my partner's girl out with someone. You know what I'm saying? And I know how you feel about this girl. You know what I mean? So I see her, and they were hugged up now. And I didn't say anything to her. I didn't walk over. I didn't make sure she saw me. You know what I'm saying? So I called him. You know, I was younger. You know what I'm saying? About early 20s. I called him, and I told him. I said, "Man, I seen your girl out with a guy. You know what I'm saying? You know, they was close." Sitting in the booth, you in the booth, you could sit across, and it,
they were on the same side.
They was on the same side.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Shoulder to shoulder and everything. So I explained to him what she had on. You understand what I'm saying? And they called me on the 3-way, and she was like, how you gonna whoop and throw some negativity in my relationship? And if you seen me, why you ain't say nothing? I was like.
So you didn't, because you didn't say that.
I was like, damn, I should have. But I didn't, so I said, well, I explained to him what you had on. Because she was like, I wasn't there.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? Instead of saying like, that was, that's my cousin, or that's somebody, or whatever the case may be, because you don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
It could be that cousin, it could be that. So he was like, I bought that outfit. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Ooh.
But at the end of the day, it didn't do anything. He didn't stop messing with her. You know what I'm saying? They passed it up, and then she hated me. You understand what I'm saying? So now that's me being young, man. You know what I'm saying? Nowadays, I would make sure that person see me. And then that way you go tell on yourself, but don't say nothing.
Or don't
but I'm
say
not
nothing.
I'm gonna say this, man. If it's my sister, if it's my, you know what I'm saying, somebody that's, you know what I mean? It's kind of hard not to say nothing when you see that person and they out with somebody, they hugged up. Like, dog, you my brother-in-law. You understand what I'm saying?
I understand what you're saying.
You my brother-in-law, whatever the case may be, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Or I'll pull you to the side and be like, listen, look here. Look, man, you're going to have to tighten up. You know what I'm saying? I know, man, tighten up, man. Look. I don't want you to do what you slap, but tighten up, man. You know what I'm saying? So, that's kind of, you have to answer that on emotions, I guess. Some people on here saying, nope, that's not my business.
Yeah.
But what if that was your sister or your brother and you seen them out with somebody else? You know what I'm saying? And you've been watching your nephew and everything like that, or niece, and they out hugged up with somebody else, man. It's kind of hard to say no. I'm not. So it's all about emotion at that particular time. Right now, I can say no, I'm not. I won't say anything. But if it was my sister and it's her husband, I seen him out, hey, nigga, tighten up.
Okay. That's
you understand what I'm saying?
You said to him. You wouldn't tell your sister.
I would say it to him definitely. Like, hey, man, because I don't know what's going on in their relationship.
That's
like
right.
that. It could be,
right.
You know what I mean? Trust me. I mean, come from experience, I know. It could be some stuff going on. It could be, you know what I mean? You just don't know. And then by you doing that, you bring in more friction. So I would make sure I would confront that person first.
Okay.
Because dig this, what if they are going through something and what if, they're trying to work on it and he just, you know what I'm saying? And what if it's not what it is? And then you say something to her and now it's more friction in that relationship. So, hey, man, listen, tighten up. I don't know what this is, man, but tighten it up.
Tighten it up. Okay.
That's me.
That's you? Okay. Yeah. That's your opinion.
Here we go. I'm finna, it's about to bounce back to she. But dig this, though. She finna come with a doozy.
Really? How you gonna give a disclaimer before I even say mine?
Here we go.
Okay, so let me just tell you this. I'm going to absolutely, I'm not concerned if it's family member. I'm not saying a word. Simply because I've been through that before. Years ago, back in my 20s, a friend of mine who her girlfriend was really cool. I seen her husband. I knew both of them. And I told my friend, she in return told her girlfriend who was married to the guy. Of course, she confronted him. Then, of course, he knew it was me and the person I was with because we all from the same neighborhood. We all from downriver. And it was a big thing. He confronted the guy. He said something to me. It snowballed. Then she got upset because she stayed in it. But then she distanced herself from us. So I learned at that very moment, at that very time, to mind my business. And that's where I'm at on that. It's not my business. You don't know what's going on. And guess what? She stayed with him after a while. Now, they eventually divorced because his ways of doing what he was doing, and then she started doing it was just a disaster. But I learned my lesson. That ain't my business. You don't get in nobody's marriage. And I was wrong for even saying something. I apologize, actually, because it's not my place. So that was in my 20s. I never did that again. It's not my business. Yeah. And that's how I feel on it. That's my take on it.
Now, I'm going to tell you this, and I'm going to give you a personal scenario. Now, Tanya and I have a mutual friend. And if she on here, she going to be like, why you telling our business?
Don't say no names.
I'm not going to say any names. She has a friend that my profile picture where I use for my acting, right? Mm-hmm. Popped up on and when you give personal business and you that gives anybody to make jokes. So bring the jokes on. I'm a capper now. If you you dig. But what I'm saying is, she called Tanya and she said they paired me and Q up as a couple on this dating site.
Oh.
And I'm like,
oh, you were on a dating site?
On a dating site. First off, let me tell you this. I'm too smooth, you know what I'm saying? I'm you know what I'm saying? Listen, I don't have to go on no dating site. If that's the case, I don't have to. Mm-hmm. So, mind you, now, I send out my picture. My profile picture is like, I got on a suit tie. I look like a pastor. You understand what I'm saying? So if I'm gonna go on a dating site, you better believe I'm gonna have my chest hair showing. You know what I mean? I'm gonna have my look like somebody stole a car out the radio, a radio out the car, left the wires hanging. That's how my chest hair
like
look.
Looking like Slicky Ricky.
Oh man, you understand what I'm saying? So I'm not going to have a picture looking like a pastor. So anyhow, and this is a mutual friend. You know what I'm saying? And I've been knowing her for years, but she met Tanya later on down the line. They become close.
Okay.
So I did reach out to her because it caused friction.
Right.
And I'm like, man, come on. I don't even have to. Why do I have to indulge in this? Like, come on. I mean, I don't know how it crossed on a dating site. Now, maybe it was a Pornhub or something. I'll be like,
only
okay.
You.
I'll be like, hey, I'm red-handed. Hey, that's me. You know what I'm saying? She's right.
That's me.
But what I'm saying is, I'm like, come on, man. On a dating site?
Wow.
I'm not going. Come on, I'm not. So
you know somebody created a dating? So
I don't know how stuff got crossed or anything like that. So I showed Tanya my bio, and it's my bio pic. You know what I'm saying? If you flip my bio around, it got all my credentials on there from my acting and stuff like that. So I sent it in. I sent it in to different auditions, different sites. Michigan actors, such and such actors, you know what I'm saying? You send in your profile pic.
Right.
So I don't know, you know how this doggone internet stuff be going, you know what I mean? So, but I called the young lady because I know her. I've been knowing her for years.
So wait, she
and
told...
you may know her.
You said...
I ain't lying. So listen, so I talked to her, I was like, you know, why would you do that? You know what I'm saying? You know that it's already, you know, was a little friction.
Right.
And then you added to it. But me and you cool enough to where you could have hit me up and been like, man, dog, what is this?
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So that's what I mean when I say you talk to that person and you like, hey, tighten up. You know what I'm saying? At that point, I did let her know, like, man, that's crazy. It's hell.
Right. Well,
you know what I'm saying? So that's a little personal, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I just believe in, like I said, I learned my lesson years ago, over 20-something years ago with that, and I mind my business.
It's hard, man. If that's your sister,
it could be
and he
my
out
sister.
there, and it's like I'm not saying
it could be my brother.
Listen, no,
that's
I'm not saying don't say nothing to your sister. I'm saying you make sure he see you.
I say something to do. I be like, look here, we do body counts around here. You better tighten up.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Because you don't.
But
like
I wouldn't tell my sister. But then I don't know what they got going on.
Absolutely. You know, the thing about it is you just want to, hey, come on, man. That's my sister.
Right.
Now, I'm going to do you one better. I'm not going to now, but he's on his pins and needles because he don't know if he's going to tell or not.
That's true.
You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, my thing is, you know, it's kind of hard. Some people say, no, I won't say it at all.
Some people say, mind your business.
Mind your business.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I say I'm going to make sure that person see me.
Nope, it's not my business. Yeah.
I'm going to make sure that person see me, man, because, you know, hey, tighten up.
Tighten it up. I agree, because if you out here being seen, then
man, like you slipping.
You need to tighten it up. Go out of town or something.
Some people say to hide something is put it in front of the face. You know what I'm saying? So you go out of you mess around, go out of town. Well, I'm going to go to
how you explain that?
I'm going to go to Oklahoma and mess around to see your homeboy. What the hell are you doing in Oklahoma? What the hell?
Well, I say on that topic, like I said, I'm sticking with minding your business because I learned my lesson from that, and I would never do that again. That's it for me.
You were scarred. That's what you're saying.
I didn't say scarred. I learned that ain't my business, and I tried to tell her, you know, thinking that, you know, like look, like this was going on, but it actually, she went and told it, which he saw me anyway. So I mean, you know, it was just.
So you wouldn't say that to that person? You wouldn't make sure they see you? You would just look. You would just look. Me. I'm just saying what you saying I'm talking about from now. You wouldn't make sure they see you. You would just get like, and just keep it to yourself.
I'm gonna turn my head and walk the freak away.
Oh man, no, hey, what's happening? You all right? Yeah, I'm okay. You know what I'm saying? Hit that start.
I'm gonna keep it moving.
No, I'm gonna walk up to him. I'm gonna walk up to him.
You seem like the type too.
I'm gonna walk up to him because I'm not gonna say nothing to the other person, but I'm gonna walk up to him like, man, what's happening? Oh, hey, baby, you all right? What's going on? Everything good? Like, hey, you know what I'm saying? And that way, it's like, you know, I can say something without even saying anything.
That's true. That's true.
You dig what I'm saying?
That works for you. I'm
Yeah.
going to walk the freak away. On that note, we got our special guest, Mr. Mike Lowry. We're gonna go ahead and bring him on.
We got
Comedian.
comedian. He ain't popped in yet.
Oh, we waiting for Mike. So we doing a This is actually our first time doing it this way with a guest.
Oh, with a guest from the virtual. Is it virtual?
Yeah, virtual. So yes, soon as Mike call in, we're gonna have him on, interview him, and what he has going on as far as acting and being a comedian and just doing great things. And so yes, we're gonna wait for that. But
honestly, Mike has a lot. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry, baby.
No, go ahead.
Because you
always say I don't mean to cut you off.
I know, but so if I say,
and still you cut me off.
So I'm saying I don't mean to cut you off, and then I stop, and then you say no, go ahead.
Subconsciously, you don't even realize you do it because you do it so much.
I mean, because you know what? If your voice is going downward, like you about to stop talking, and then I jump in, but then you keep going, that's not really a cutoff.
But that's fine. But you always say, I didn't mean to cut you off.
I mean,
I think you say it so much that you don't even realize how much you said. But what's proper about being disrespectful?
I mean, I cut you off maybe once a show.
No, you don't.
Yes,
you
I do.
You cut me off quite a bit.
If you ever watch like other podcasts, like for instance, I like The Big Show with Fat Joe. I like Drink Champs with Nori. They cut people off I'm talking about cut people off hard. They could be in the middle of a story and Nori will cut you off. Fat Joe will cut you off.
Oh, but guess what? This is the Q and She show.
I knew she was going to say that. I knew she was going to say it. I'm just saying that, give me one a show. Give me one per show, a cutoff.
But you do multiples per show.
What you mean?
You say it multiple times.
No,
I didn't even cut you off.
I only do it once. I did it once. I watched last week's show like 4 times. I only did it once. You understand what I'm saying? Don't jive me.
Don't jive you. Wow.
Yeah. Wow. But like I say, if you have anything to say on our topic, a comment, question, or anything, the topic is if you saw or if you seen your friends or family spouse out with someone else, hugged up, would you tell them? That's the topic. So you can call in at 248-854-9850.
Yes, call in.
Call in with your comments, questions, anything. You know what I mean? So, me and I said I will make sure that person saw me. She said she wouldn't. She mind her own business. She said she don't care if they was kissing. She said they don't care if they was.
They could be intimate. It ain't my business.
Man.
I ain't married to that person. I'm not dating that person. So I'm gonna keep it moving.
I can't do that, man. If that's my sister and it's her husband and he kissing on some, I got to make sure I walk past and he see me.
But guess what? Something like that eventually it's gonna come to the light. So it's just not my place. Like I said, it's not my place. So there it is for me.
And listen, stay in your place.
Stay in your
place. That was a movie though. That was a movie. Stay in your place. Shout out to my man Lamont. What up though? I think Lamont might have been in that movie. I think. Hey, correct me if I'm mistaken, Lamont. When you in Stay in Your Place? I know D. Jones was in Stay in Your Place. That's my guy. That's the other comedian, funny guy.
Yes.
D. Jones.
D. Jones.
Yeah. So it's going down. We're waiting on the comedian, funny man Mike Larry to get up on a virtual. And so we got some questions. We can talk about what he got going on. He's been in a lot of movies, a lot of independent movies. Man, I check him out. Man, he's funny. I can't think of the movie that he's in coming up. But I've seen him in multiple movies. Man, Mike Larry is funny. He is funny. Don't mind me. I'm drinking this Stella Rose. You know what I'm saying? I'm always got to have me a little drink.
He has the
you know what I'm saying?
Link.
You got the link?
Yeah, I sent him the link. So yeah, I don't know if he's able to call. This is our first, like I said, this is our first time doing this with a guest. I remember we did it when I was out of state and we did the call in, but yeah, I don't know what's going on. Maybe he having some technical difficulties.
I mean, hey, sometimes it happens. Though.
Sometimes it happens. And guess what? It happened, and you just keep it moving.
So listen, this weekend I want to send a shout out to my guy John A. You know what I'm saying? Like I haven't been to him lately, as you see. My beard is
rough.
My beard is pretty rough, so I got to get with him this weekend, man. But he over at the Man Cave over there, 8 Mile and Kelly. I don't have the address, but he's on 8 Mile and Kelly. It's called the Man Cave. He's in the northwest corner, and he's in the shopping structure. It's called the Man Cave. Check him out.
Man Cave.
You know what I'm saying? Check him out. He gets you together. That's my man, John A. Also, he has Evolve. That's every Sunday over there, Echelon, from 5 to 10. Matter of fact, my guy, Lil Man, Ken McFarlane, Lil Man, he's going to be celebrating his birthday this week, Sunday. I think it's from like 5 to 11, something like that, 5 to 10, 5 to 11. Yeah, so check him out. Check him out. That's John A. Every Sunday, he's over there at Echelon. It goes down. Grown and sexy, man, you got to dress up. So you got to dress up, and it's a day party. So, you know, I won't be there this Sunday because I have to work midnights. So I won't be there, but trust me when I tell you, I'm going to refer you to some grown and sexy stuff.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and I want this Sunday, actually, the 28th. Shout out to Robin. She is doing a shop and sip in e-course, and Sheila Shops After Dark is going to be one of the vendors there. There's a ton of vendors, so please come out, support. I'll put the flyer up on social media, but she has a great event. Young lady, very professional, entrepreneur. I'm so proud of you, Robin, so shouts out to her. It will be an e-course on Visca Road this Sunday from 4 to 8. Shop and sip and shop. I believe that's it. So make sure y'all check it out.
And I also give a shout out to all of them. Should I say? I don't know what I'm gonna call them, but shout out to all of them young fools who be driving in those scat packs and those, you know what I'm saying? All those fast cars. Look, let me tell you something. I remember I was at a light and a scat pack was next to me. I wasn't paying attention. I was in my zone, and he took off from the light, scared the shit out of me. I ain't gonna lie to you. I almost ran into the curve because the pipes is loud and they be fast.
I know they do be loud.
And listen, man, they be tearing those cars up, man. So I ain't gonna say shout out to them. Yeah, shout out to them. You know, go ahead and tear yourself up. Go ahead.
Don't tear nobody else up in the process.
No, don't tear nobody else up, but tear yourself up.
That's what happens. And you know what? I don't knock it. When I was younger, I had a Camaro, and I used to race. It was just what I did. I used to love it. How and be ever. I was mindful, and I went to the races to race, but I wasn't out here like they just be flying. I didn't do that, like that. I would go to designated areas and race my car. So I don't knock
What kind of car you had?
I had a RS Camaro drop-top convertible.
Are you racing that?
I won, actually, a few times.
What did you race, though?
Oh, I raced, God.
An Escort? An EXP Escort?
You're disrespectful. You're such a bum right now. Yes, I did, but I didn't have SS.
That's relatively slow.
Well, guess what? You know what? You are evil. Don't give him that.
She said she was racing a drop top.
What did you say? Relatively slow? How disrespectful are you?
Hey, let me tell you this story. Listen. I had a 1979 Cutlass, right? So I'm riding, my sound's banging. I'm riding down 7 Mile. I'm playing DJ Quick Tonight. Boom, boom,
boom. That used to be my jam.
Boom,
hey.
Boom, 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 boom. I'm riding. You know what I'm saying? I shouldn't say this, but I had my little drink. You know what I'm saying?
While you were driving?
No.
No, I'm just joking. You about to explain yourself.
Listen, but let me tell you this. It was some women on the side of me. You know what I'm saying? My sound's banging. I got, you know what I'm saying? I'm young, I'm crispy. I had on them up. Woo! So anyway, I got my hand on the steering wheel with a light, and I'm like, boom, 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 boom. And I'm trying to, they like, hey, I'm waving, they waving. And so I'm saying, hey, why don't y'all pull over? You know, this, that, and that. So I take off, they take off, my tie rod break. Boom! I'm like, I'm still like, come on over here.
Only a man.
I'm still like, come on over here so y'all can help me now. Now I ain't trying to talk to you no more.
But I need your help.
Listen, traffic was coming towards me because I went on the oncoming side, you know what I'm saying? Hey, look, the girls, they laughed at me. You understand what I'm saying? They laughed at me. I'm like, I'm sitting here like, y'all gonna laugh at me?
But did they pull over?
No, they didn't pull over.
They kept it moving.
I'm over there. I'm trying to swerve and I hit the oncoming traffic, and I hit the curve and just messed up my, you know what I'm saying, the axle even more.
Wow.
That's my story.
That's your story. Well, like I said, I don't knock the young people.
But my sounds was still up on the screen. Let me get my people right here so they can see you. So they can see you up here on the screen, man. There you go.
Am I doing something wrong too? All right.
What's happening? What's happening?
To do stand-up comedy or Saturday and Sunday. I got a movie coming out April 10th.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's called Insta Famous. So it's going to be at
Yeah.
It's the famous.
Oh, you clowned on that. That's the one where you what you put on the sandwich. You put something on the sandwich.
Oh man, the little grasshoppers, man.
Yeah, oh man, I saw that trailer, man. That's funny as hell.
Yeah, that's gonna be dope. This is a dope show, man. It's dope.
Man,
J Boy is in it, and it's some heavy hitters in that joint. It's gonna be nice at the Canton Theater, April 10th.
Nice. Okay, April 10th. Now, are tickets available or?
Tickets are available. They can inbox me. I'll point them to the right direction. You know, and you know that's comedian Mike Larry, MICLARRY. And I'll point him in the right direction. Though, still some tickets available.
Okay.
that's my man Nigel. I think my man Nigel Morris is in there, and then that's Dexter Beasley, ain't it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. That's my man. He got so much stuff going on, man. But yeah, that's going.
What, man?
Yes, sir. Yes,
He
man.
really doing it out here, man. He just had 2 movies come out. He got another movie after this one. After he dropped this Insta Famous, we got another one coming out in July.
Yeah.
So he ain't playing. He ain't playing. It's a lot of black movie makers, filmmakers is out here just not really playing, man. They really putting the work in, you know.
Man, the independent film industry in Michigan, man, is solid. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of good. And look, we killing Tubi right now. Right now, I think Dennis Reed got 2 of the hottest, the most watched independent films on Tubi right now with Indictment, and I want to say First Lady. One of the First Lady installments. Yeah,
he said, she said, I believe too.
Yeah, he said, she said. That's what it is. He said, she said, an indictment. Yep. But yeah, that man, I'm telling you, and as so much that's going on in the film industry, man. We getting a lot of good looks, and there's a lot of good actors and actresses here in Detroit, man. That's starting to get that shine. So the COVID kind of, gift and the curse. The curse is, of course, we had people sick and we lost some people. You know what I mean? Hate to have that. But as far as on one of the gift sides is in the acting world is it made people sit down and watch movies because you couldn't go to the theater.
Right.
You know what I mean? So how was that being on the in the comedy world where you guys y'all live and breathe on the stage, man, and love the people, to touch the people. So how has that been with you and your comedian family?
I'll be honest with you, man. It was tough, especially at first because it's a big adjustment. Like you said, we like interaction, like and really get your jokes off. It's the feedback you get from the crowd. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so to be able to say something, and then you can feel the crowd energy, and then even after the show, you like to meet and greet. You know what I mean? And it just kind of took all the extra love that we was able to get from the show, but we just had to reinvent, and we've been doing a lot of Zoom shows. I was doing a lot of Zoom shows, a lot of StreamYard type shows. So everything, it still went on. I was still doing church anniversaries, birthday parties, and comedy shows. We just did it on Zoom,
Nice. Okay. Now, Mike Larry, I saw, I love when you do the Judge Mathis because you sound so much like him, and your impression of him is hilarious. How did you feel when you seen that he shared that he shared it on Instagram, and I was like, that's awesome.
Man, I'm gonna be honest with you. Judge Mathis is a real dude. Judge Mathis, what I'm saying, he a real guy. I think he knew that because I've been on this show before. I don't know if anybody knew that. I did it. I was on this show back in, I would say maybe 2007 or 8 or something like that.
Okay.
And I did impersonation on the show. So, but yeah, man, I guess for him to see that and share it, it went viral.
I'm sure it did.
It went viral, and then a couple other people, big names like Willie D, Ghetto Boy, like a lot of other people shared it, man, and it just kind of took wings on its own. It had like almost close to 1 million views.
Wow, that's awesome.
That's what's up.
It was dope for him though, for him to share it, and from Detroit. You see, I'm from Detroit. It's just dope. Upstanding guy.
Hey, if you don't mind, we got people watching, man. We got people on our live, man, saying, hey, what's going on, Mike Larry? People that know you, man. Can you give us a little bit of I know I'm putting you on the spot, man, but it be like that sometimes. Can you give us and some of the viewers, man, a little bit of your impersonation of Judge Mathis?
Well, ain't no thing, man. Judge Mathis always calling somebody a crackhead, and then he respect them and dog him at the same time. Ma'am, be quiet, ma'am. You a dope fiend, man. I know dope fiends when I see me. Don't run the game. I know the game. You probably want to smoke rocks. Don't be quiet. I'm telling you to be quiet. You can't even get it out. You know what I mean? You trying to talk. Be quick. Shut up, ma'am.
Drug users. You sound just like them. Now let me ask you this, Mike. How is it being? I know you do not use profanity in your comedian show when you do your comedy. How is it being a Christian? I know you're Christian. He attend Oasis of Hope Church. How is it being a Christian comedian?
It's, to be honest with you, it is. I'm gonna say if the church, not my church is awesome, you know what I'm saying. But if the church folks that if they stepped up a little more, it'd make it a lot easier. You know what I'm saying? Like if they say, "Oh man, this dude right here, he represent us in a sense," you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Let me step up like how the secular folks are stepping up for Kevin Hart and them cats. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And it would make it a lot easier. But but as far as myself and being on stage, being clean, I'm even off stage. I wasn't a curse. I didn't curse too much. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
The transition really wasn't that hard for me.
Okay.
And matter of fact, Pastor May, the one who encouraged me. He encouraged me. I called him one day. God was convicting me of it, and I just felt that I knew he was speaking to me, telling me about the doors he was going to open, and I was kind of nervous, you know what I'm saying? And it really wasn't so much of not cursing no more. It was just the fact of being confined and saying that I'm not going to do this no more. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Wow.
So that aspect of it just was kind of scary, But I talked to Pastor and he was like, "Yeah, God telling you to do it and do it." And once I did it, it was crazy. It was like doors that just start opening up. Everything start happening. And even the spot that I was, I hosted one of the hardest rooms in America. I had Club Mandy's on 6 Mile and Coney, where, you know what I'm saying, they bully you, I honestly was on stage one time. Dude got shot. They took him outside the club. I kept the show running. You know what I'm saying? Right. It sounds crazy, but it really happened. You know what I mean? But that's the kind of crowd it was. It was the hood. Mm-hmm. And a part of me liked the hood. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I got a kick out of going there and being there. But God kept telling me, go ahead and lead that. So what's crazy is, just to show you how God worked, approximately, after I went clean, probably about 4 or 5 months later, God kept telling me, go ahead and leave. But I'm looking at it like a paycheck. Like, this money, every week, this kind of adding to my bills. And I'm kind of scared to just step out. Tell me why, like about a couple weeks later, it burned down.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Where I guess God was like, yeah, you want to leave? Let me go ahead and burn it down real quick. You know what I'm saying? And so it took them almost a year to rebuild it. And by that time, I had already transitioned over to clean, and I was cool and didn't really want to go back,
Wow, that's an awesome testimony.
Is it easier to get a response, a positive or a reaction, a laughter reaction from the crowd that you used to do opposed to the clean crowd? Because I hear some comedians say that it's easier for, at a clean crowd, but then they were also saying that, they sit there and kind of, you almost have to speak about, one comedian saying he had to speak about like a lot of church stuff, you know what I'm saying, that they could relate to, as far as your clean comedy.
So,
for them to get a response.
So let me say this just for the record. Like, you get a lot of people, I heard that a couple of times, but you got to remember, the people that's in church is people like us.
Right.
Yeah.
That's right.
People weren't born in church. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
These people go through everyday life, and people in church really don't like my jokes. I maybe got 1 or 2 jokes about church or something, but it's really about everyday life, family stuff and kids and just things you go through. Like, so when somebody try and cater to the church and not be themselves, that's when to me, it's corny. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Mm-hmm. If I come this way and Jesus, and then what about when Jesus was walking on the water? Then what about Moses? And then like nobody want they already in church.
Right.
Right. The pastor just preach about that. I don't need no other dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. So my thing is, I really don't consider myself like a Christian or a gospel comedian. I'm more of a family comedian. You know what I'm saying? Like you can bring your
I was gonna
grandma,
ask you about that.
yeah, you bring your grandma, your kids. You know, like I don't want nobody to box me. You know what I'm saying? You get like, yeah, he's a gospel comedian. Huh? You can bring me in the gospel world. You can bring me in the Christian world. You can bring me in the you can bring me in the bar. You can bring me in anywhere. I'm gonna be funny. You know what I'm saying? Because it's everyday life that's what's funny. You know.
And I was gonna ask you that, like, is it a family comedy show when you give a show?
Yeah, it's more family orientated. Like, grandma gonna laugh. Little baby gonna laugh. You know what I'm saying? Everybody gonna laugh,
Man, how long have you been doing comedy?
14, it'd be 14 years. Yep, 14 years. Just turned 14 in November.
Okay.
Wow, nice.
Okay. Yeah, that's a long time, years. Man. That's
real, and it snuck up on me. Like, I didn't even realize it was that long. I started counting the years. Like, whoa, hold on. 14 years.
Now, when did you know? Because a couple comedian friends of mine say that they were class clown. You know what I'm saying? So they knew it was kind of like in them. When did you realize it, or did you realize it years ago before you actually got to it that that's what you wanted to do, or was it a moment that you had in your life or whatever with that you saying, hey, this is what I want to do?
Man, I'm gonna sum this up real quick. I never thought I could do comedy. Like I wasn't the dude in the classroom clowning too much, or like people saying I'm gonna be a comedian. I wasn't that guy. I played ball. I played basketball all my life and football. I went to Central Michigan on a scholarship. Actually, I walked on and got a scholarship to Central Michigan to play football, and so I was an athlete. But when I played ball, I felt like I was on the stage. I love entertaining the crowd. I'm saying I'm gonna do something extra just to make the crowd go crazy.
Okay.
And I got hit. I got smashed between two cars. And I wasn't able to walk for months and months, like over 6-7 months. And it ended my football career, And so at that point I began to be depressed, and my father went to jail, and I took care of my brother and sisters, and like a lot of stuff happened, man. Like it was like a real dark time for me. And fast forward, God just gave me something else. Like I was working at Home Depot, and I would clown around, joke around, and people would just be like, "Man, you're so funny, man. You're just naturally funny. You'll be funny without even knowing it." And then it became like addictive because it's like I'm being on stage again, like whether it's, I told you I'm entertaining the crowd. And so I started having fun again, and people were like, "Oh yeah, you." And well, you know what? I was working with a guy who was a comedian, and he kept telling me like, "Man, you should try comedy with me, man. You funny, like, you know what I'm saying?" I'm like, "Nah, that ain't for me, And he got fired for actually cutting somebody's hair in the bathroom. He got fired for hair in the bathroom, man. So months and months, years later, like maybe 2 years later, he ended up calling me back again, and I had just got fired. And he was like, "Man, come down here to Mandy's, the place that I was telling you about." Like he was hosting it before I ended up hosting it, but he was hosting it first. And he's like, "Man, just come check it out." I went and checked it out. Then the following week, I went up. I got a stand ovation my very first time on stage. I got a stand ovation in a hood room, and from that point on, it's just been comedy,
Wow.
But
man, that's a wonderful thing, man. That's one of those things, man. And this is my guy right here, man. We just want to thank you, man, for even taking the time out, your time, man, to give us a couple minutes of education and some some of your life, stories of you becoming the great comedian that you are, man. And being funny. So, what I want to do is, where can people see you, or what's your if you got your IG, your social media, anything that they can contact you, because people actually need to, what I'm saying, it's a time for laughter. You know what I mean? There's so much going on right now, man, and people need that laughter because it's healing, man. So just give our audience, man, your contacts where they can get to you, man, and they can check you out.
Yeah, good book say laughter is like medicine, but they can check me out at comedian Mike Larry, comedian MICLARRY, and that'll lead you to every platform that I got.
Comedian Mike Larry.
Yep, comedian Mike Larry, comedian MIC, but the mic is spelled MIC like a microphone, and then Larry LARRY. So comedian Mike Larry, and that'll lead you to everything I got.
Now, what's some current things you have going on? I know you said the movie, comedy shows. Give us some dates and where people can get that information.
This weekend, I'm this Sunday, I'm with Rodney Perry. Okay. Rodney Perry, we had the Woodward Bistro. You know, Rodney Perry was just in Coming to America, man. He just did his thing.
Wow.
Yeah. And so me, him, and this young lady here, comedian here, funny comedian here named T Barb. She's Coco there too.
Okay. So I did see that. I saw that. Okay.
Now we have this segment in here, man. That we asked. Now, are you a movie buff? Do you watch a lot of movies? Old school or new school?
Old school. If you know old.
Okay. I really so what we do is I give a quote from a movie, and you got to let me know what it is.
I'm terrible at this. So
am I, Mike. I'm terrible at it.
Man, my wife do it all day. She do it all day.
Say,
like, you know what I'm saying?
We gonna have matching business in like 10 years.
Oh, that's
he
easy,
was like,
man.
Nah, man. I'm talking 10 days, 10 days.
More like 10 days, B.
Yeah.
Pay the full, man. That's what
my favorite. Man. Yeah. All right, look, I got another question too for you. Dead or alive, man? What's your top 5 comedians, dead or alive?
Gotta go with Dave Chappelle.
Dave Chappelle, one of my favorites.
Yeah, Dave Chappelle, one of the greatest. I gotta go with my man Bill Cosby, because he just inspired me. When I was little, I had his tape and I would just watch it over and over again and listen to the stories and the content, man. Martin Lawrence, Eddie Murphy. We got one more left.
Yeah.
Martin Lawrence, Eddie Murphy.
I give you a spare one. So you got the one more, and then you gotta carry the one.
Carry the one. Cedric, my boy too, man. I mess with Cedric, man.
Yeah.
I just didn't like. I didn't like the new Sid when he transitioned to he started acting a little different, but I like the old. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Kings of Comedy Sid and Def Jam and all that. Dang, it's a white guy. I can't even think of his name right now.
No, George Carlin, or is it George?
George Carlin.
George Carlin.
George Carlin.
Yes,
he just said.
George Carlin. Yep.
I'm surprised you ain't say Burning.
Richard Pryor. Who?
I ain't know the Mac man.
Barney Mac.
Yeah.
That's one of my top 2, man. But I really, what I had to learn is who I just mess with. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Got you.
Like a lot of times people like it's Bible to say Richard Pryor, but I feel like Richard Pryor probably was the greatest. But for my book, you know what I'm saying? These people just who like touch me in a way.
Okay.
Like touch my career, made me want to do this or that. Like Martin watching them host Def Jam was just
that was
made. I wanted to be a host, bro.
I was just watching season 1 the other day, man. It was just the way he controlled that crowd, the way he hosted, man. It was just crazy.
Week after week.
Yeah.
Week after week.
So
you ever been down to Mandy's? You ever gone down to Mandy's, bro? I thought I seen you down there before, Q.
You know what? I think I have been to Mandy's a few times. It's been a minute. But
that's how I used to host Mandy's, man. That's what inspired me. Like, they wanted me to roast them. You know what I'm saying? Like, they would bring their boys in. Like, hey, Mike, get him, Mike.
So, man, actually, you know what? Miles and I got a show on here, man. We got a podcast coming up in about 2 or 3 weeks. It's called All Snap, and what we're doing is, man, it's about Joan and Captain playing the dozens, and we have competition, man, and you win a actual belt that we're gonna have. You know what I'm saying? So, man, we would love for you to come and co-host with us, man, or join in. You know what I'm saying? However you want to do it, but it's definitely love to come co-host with us, man, and judge. You know what I mean? Because we're gonna have some killers out here.
Let's get it, bro. I'm on that.
Well, Mike, we thank you so much. It was a privilege and an honor to interview. Thank you. Shouts out to everything that you got going on. Much success to you, and thank you for taking the time to be on the dinner table with Q and She tonight.
All right, yeah, don't have a problem. Thank y'all too. Let me shout out my wife. Hey, baby.
Hey, that's my girl. Till I say hello.
Oh, man, Mike. Thank you, man. Yeah, you have a enjoy the rest of your night, man.
Yes,
we appreciate
have a great evening. Thank you.
Y'all too, man.
All right, man. That was my man Mike Larry on. And we can ready to get up out of here, man. We had our first virtual, you know what I'm saying? So it's some things we got to work out, kink out, and all that type of stuff. But, at the end of the day, this is the dinner show.
Oh my goodness.
This is the dinner table with Q and She.
I'm so sick of him changing the name of our show. When I tell you we sat down and we actually went over this and the name and everything. And for some odd reason, he wants to change the name of the show every week.
The dinner table.
Every other week, not once a month. Every week.
Check us out every Thursday right here at Podcastic Simply, www.simplypodcastic.com, or you can go to our Facebook page, The Dinner Table with Q and She. We got to get out of here. That's our time. Thank y'all for enjoying. We enjoy y'all for hanging with us. She, my co-host.
Hey.